5 people have been shot dead in Morningside in Durban. Our reporter Lethiwe Mdluli is there and she joins us now. Lethiwe, you were about to speak to the police on scene. Maybe just take over.
Well, Heidi, what we do know, like I said before, that 5 people have been shot dead here in Morningside, and I was about to speak to Colonel Robert Nechunda about some of the details that took place a short while ago. We do understand that the shooting happened about 2 hours ago. Colonel, thank you so much for joining us. Just bringing you in again, just a bit of details as to what happened.
We were investigating a spate of murders in the province, including the recent one of a shooting in Springfield, where a known drug lord and his family were shot and killed. So earlier today, we recovered the vehicle which was used in the shootout, and we arrested one suspect with a rifle. And a search at his house also led to the discovery of another rifle, an R4 rifle. It's a military rifle, that one. So we went further investigating, and we were led to this place in Springfield, where we found 5 suspects inside a flat. They tried to shoot the police. In fact, they shot at the police. One of the officers was shot, but was wearing his bulletproof vest, so he is okay. Then 5 of them were shot and killed here.
And just a bit of details as to what exactly led to this residential area. We can see that there's a lot of people standing outside. What exactly did you find that led you to this area?
We were investigating using all the tactics and techniques that we use as the police, and we had reliable information that they were here. They were using this place as their hideout spot. So when we arrived here as the police, we introduced ourselves that we are police, and then instead of them responding with voices, they responded with gunshots. So we had to retaliate, and that was led to the shootout. Inside we found more rifles, handguns, a lot of money and drugs inside the flat. So we have already linked them with the murders in Springfield, and we are hopeful that we will link them with more murders in the province.
We've also seen some family members standing outside. Some of them are crying. Has family actually arrived in this residence?
As the police, when a scene of this has happened, we are duty bound to inform whoever is responsible. So yes, we are touching base with them. Still ongoing. Those we have managed to found they are already here. But because the scene is still very active, our guys are still on duty, so nobody will be able to go there. But as and when time allows, everything that is done will be done. So we did what to the police. We informed the family the way we should.
You know what, Kelly, there's been a lot of shootings that are taking place in Durban and in KwaZulu-Natal as a province. And this shootout led to you guys arresting some of the people that were responsible for another shootout that took place last week. As the police, what do you have to say about the gun violence in the city and also in this province as well?
As the police, we are concerned with the shootings that have been happening. But more of concern is the number of illegal firearms which are out in the communities, in the wrong hands, because those who've got licensed the firearm, they know when to use a firearm. But these ones are using illegal firearms to kill each other. So when we say we're investigating, people at times don't believe us. But we didn't come here because somebody said come here. We investigated, we found where they were, we came. So it takes time. The team that did this job was established last year in October. But has been following several leads. That's why even at the shootout there in Springfield, we mentioned that the person who was shot was one of the guys we were looking for, because we were investigating. But we need something tangible to link them to all the other matters, because we can't just go and arrest and investigate later. We must investigate, collect evidence, then come and arrest. When we're coming here, we had enough evidence that we are going to the right people. We had the guns, we had the vehicle, we found more guns here, we found drugs, found money. So that's what you need when you go to arrest. You need to have evidence which we've collected through investigations. So yes, our teams are on the ground, our teams are working, and we are grateful that one officer who was shot was wearing his bulletproof vest, somebody was on duty and was not injured. That shows that we are dealing with hardcore criminals here who will stop at nothing to try and evade arrest.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Well, there you have it, Heidi. High caliber guns have been found on scene, and we do understand from the colonel that the police minister, Bheki Cele, is on his way, as he has mentioned 5 people have been shot dead, and all of those suspects are linked to the recent killings that took place in Springfield, where a drug lord was also killed in that incident.
A very harrowing story, Lethiwe Mdluli. The fact that the colonel indicating that a rifle, an R4 rifle, 2 of them were found, and these are military rifles. These are not just ordinary guns that anyone can or any individual can purchase. Just for clarity and context purposes, Lethiwe, we do understand that police were led to this particular area where we do understand that the police actually shot at these suspects, and this is what led to the death of these 5 suspects because of what has been happening in KZN over the last week or so, where a known drug lord together with his family were shot and killed.
Well, Heidi, in speaking to the colonel just a short while ago off camera, he did explain that when they came here initially, they were just investigating the recent shootings, and when they tried to approach the suspects, they opened fire, which is why they were forced to also retaliate and opening fire on the suspects. 1 police officer was shot during that incident, but the police officer is fine because he was wearing protective gear. From the colonel also, we are hearing that they have found money inside the residence, and also they found drugs, which also proves that these people were involved in a lot of serious crime. That's the building where this whole thing happened. This is a residential area, like I mentioned, Heidi. It's very, very concerning that these people were found in such a quiet area, but the police are saying that in most cases these people do use very quiet areas in the city to hide out, and of course their investigations is what led them to this place. And we have seen some of the residents just basically coming out of their homes and basically watching as to what is happening. And as you can see, there's the forensics team that is up there basically scouting the scene, and also we do understand that the bodies are still inside at the moment. They haven't been moved. We are expecting for the pathology team to come to this area. Of course, also the police minister is on his way. I'm sure he wants to find out more information, because over the past few weeks we have been talking about the fact that there's been a lot of shootings in the city, and the police have not been able to make a breakthrough in any of those shootings. And right now they are saying that their investigations that they've been doing on the ground are actually yielding results as to this is why what has happened here in Durban, in Morningside. They are saying that there will be more investigations basically looking into this matter.
Okay, thank you so much for that update. And as the colonel said, these are hardcore criminals. We'll definitely be checking in with you a little later. Thank you for that update. That is our reporter Lethiwe Mdluli out in Durban.